Okay, this is attempt number two because I set the wrong maximum recording time. So, okay, listen to me. I should check all of that before I start recording. So, I'm going to go on and tell you that I'm just a dope and my video camera on my computer is not working like it should. So, it's going to look a little bit different from a Screencast-O-Matic that I've done previously because I'm going to have to keep my working camera up and then the PowerPoint in a different section of the screen because if I try to merge the two, my camera is going to go away and I don't want it to go away because I want you to see me. So my course reflection and technology tool. My favorite aspect of the class was actually learning different tools that I can use to engage students and facilitate learning. I like to make sure that the kids are um, awake, paying attention, and actually enjoying class. And the reason why I want that is because they're not going to learn anything. It's just going to go in one ear and out the other. Like I was in school, I know how I was in school. If I was bored, I'd fall asleep and I wouldn't care the rest of the semester. Um, also, what I learned doing one of the previous videos with my son was I was questioning him on Theodore Roosevelt because he was doing a project for school. And one of the quotes was from Theodore Roosevelt was nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think that that is what we need to be like as teachers. Students learn best when they're loved, they have trust, and respect. So, resources gained, Screencast-O-Matic. I did actually learn how to use Screencast-O-Matic correctly because I've proved it before. Although this is not perfect, it will work. Um, as far as planning and instruction, um, I mean, there's a lot that I need to know about both, honestly. And I need to get my feet wet before I can even get any questions around that. But one thing that I am a little concerned about on the planning side is whether or not I will have enough time to plan. The thing with the public school and me being in the first and second grade as an assistant teacher is I only get 45 minutes a day to plan. And I just don't think that's enough. And so, with me being a perfectionist, I'll be up all night, I'm sure, planning and looking for things to share with my kids. So, one of the biggest takeaways from the shapeshifter video was, I mean, it just really touched me. And in my previous video, I'm going to try not to do it this time, but I kind of just started tearing up because it is just so powerful. Like people don't realize how hard it is and how emotionally draining it is to go to school every day and deal with kids that don't have parents or their parents are in jail or their parents are selling drugs or they're just not they're tired and it just really you're not just teaching them, you're like teaching them about life, you're teaching them about love, you're teaching them about family. um, you're covering boo-boos, you're tying shoes, you're just doing all of those things that a parent would do. And so they're kind of like your little babies. And I think I'm already starting to tear up now. So I'm going to stop. So performance in a class, I think, has been, I've had some really positive experiences because I've learned so much and it's just been so great. The thing that I think I probably need to be a little bit more open-minded about Twitter. I just hate it. I'm sorry. I just hate it. It has a character limit, and I babble, and I need more characters. So I think I'm just going to try to be a little bit more open-minded about that. But as far as finding the NC Common Core standards, I'm getting a whole lot better at that. So we'll just leave it at that. As far as the PLC, I've had some positive and negative about that. Now, I really love working with one of my partners because she's like me. She's a perfectionist, very detail oriented, and just a go-getter. We have one person in our group that is not and kind of pretty much didn't do a whole lot, and whatever he did, we had to fix. So that's the one thing I do not like about doing a group exercise, is because you don't really have control over somebody else. But you just keep going and move on. We have to get the job done, so we get the job done. All right. So my technology tool, and I am not going to, fumble through it until the end of this presentation because it's kind of hard to kind of intermingle it. But I really love YouTube. YouTube is my favorite. Followed by a close second is Screencast-O-Matic. The reason I love YouTube is it's just so flexible. I can pull up videos online for the kids that really explain some of the things we're learning in class. And I can also make my own videos for class. And what I really like about doing that is that I can do things at home that I can't do at school. Let's just say, for instance, so science is one of those things. Science is one of those subjects where it can be quite fun, but it can also be quite dangerous. So at school, I'm not going to set anything on fire. I'm not going to blow anything up or any of those two things. Can't do that at school. But I can do that in my garage at home, videotape it, and explain it to the kids. So I thought about that for one of my future planning sessions, talking about climate change and heat capacity of water, and I can, set a flame to a balloon filled with water or a balloon filled with dirt or air and see what happens. So I can't do that at school. I can't fill a balloon with hydrogen and make it explode. Can't do that. They frown upon that. So that's why I like YouTube. I can do anything I want and just show it to them because I don't have any restrictions other than, I can't have anything graphic and no foul language. So my favorite tool that I learned about was Screencast-O-Matic. It's just because it's so versatile. Here I am having technology problems and I can still videotape myself and go through a PowerPoint, which is awesome. There's no denying that right now. So, and as far as working in school, I've used YouTube's in school before, but I haven't used the Screencast-O-Matic yet, and I'm really, really excited to use that. So one thing I really wish we could have done is I wish we could have done Facebook instead of Twitter, but like I said before, it's because I'm wordy and I need more characters. So that's my only problem. So I am going to kind of quickly go through some additional reflections. So, I don't want to make anybody cry, but this is something that I came across, and I don't even know why I was looking for it, but I was just looking for stuff. And this Janusz Korczak is a Polish educator, and he ran a orphanage back during when the Nazis were putting Jews into concentration camps. And he loved his children so much that when the Nazis demanded that his children go to a concentration camp, and we all know what happened at concentration camps, he decided to stay with those kids. Every step of the way, every minute, he was their comforter, he was their support, he was there just to show them that he loved them. So even though they went to their death, he went with them and stayed with them the whole time. And that is what we need to be to other people. And that's what we need to be to our kids. And his quote was that children are not the people of tomorrow, but are the people of today. They have a right to be taken seriously and to be treated with tenderness and respect. They should be allowed to grow into whoever they were meant to be, the unknown person inside of them, our hope for the future. Um, so there's just, like I said, there's a lot of things that we teach students that aren't necessarily in textbook, things that come from our heart. We also take, concepts and ideas and we put it into real life perspective. And that's why I love science, is because I'm a hands-on person and I love just experimenting. It's the trying, it's the failing, it's the succeeding, it's life. So anyway, finally we get to YouTube, and it's actually pretty easy. And if I had any sense, I would have, let me see if I can do this and it actually works. That would be nice if it actually worked, but okay, woohoo, it's working. So YouTube is pretty easy. The thing I like about YouTube, and yes, my face did go away for a brief second, more than a brief second, but YouTube, I can pull up YouTube, sign in with my Gmail account. I just hit the little green thing and then click on my Gmail account, and then I have all of my videos right there. To create a video, it's pretty easy. All I have to do is upload to YouTube by clicking on this little guy to create a video or post, or if I do it through my phone, I have an app on my phone where I can just live record that video. So it's actually pretty neat. And you can see once you have a video, anybody can find it with either a link or just a simple search. Now, most of mine are unpublished, so you can only get to it from a link, but you can make it public and so anyone can watch. So most of my videos you can see don't have a lot of views because it's just for class, but once I start teaching, I'll probably get more views. So anyway, that is my favorite. YouTube, love it. Use it to your advantage because the kids love YouTube. They love technology, so why don't we just work with them? Anyway, those are my thoughts. That is my technology tool. I know it wasn't like a whole lot of the technology tool, but YouTube is actually so simple that anybody can use it. So I just thank you and I appreciate this class and all that I've learned. Thank you.